Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another reading. Thank you guys so much for continuously supporting this page. It really means the world to me, especially since, again, you know the drill, I'm not really the most consistent, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to find time here and there. So thank you guys so much. I do have another channel called Awkward Confidence. If you're new here, feel free to give that channel a browse and support me. And I also have another channel called Gemini Empress Collective where I post collective readings. I think there is one up there now. I've just posted it today. So as usual, I just want to take the time to express my gratitude for those of you who have requested this reading. So this was requested by two people. I think by Ranu9686, and then there was another YouTuber that requested this. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember off of the top of my head, but if you did request this reading, then feel free to make yourself known in the comment section down below, because a lot of the time people tell me, oh my god, you have really good subjects when it comes to readings, but it's coming from majority of you guys. I would say 90% of these titles are coming from you guys. And I just want to quickly say, just a little quick promotion here. I have been nominated for Best Female Artist, and I need you guys' support for voting for me. It would really mean the world to me. I don't really like to be that type of person that like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? But I just kind of thought, you know what? I'm not really someone who goes out of my way to DM people and be like, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Because it makes me feel like I'm doing too much. However, because I have a platform here, I thought, why not? I feel like that's my only way of getting the word in. So it would really mean the world to me if you guys could support by voting. All you gotta do is click the link in this description down below, scroll until you find the category Best Female Artist, and then you select my name, and that's it. So my artist name is Awkward Confidence, and it is misspelt, yes. It's not the error on me, it's whoever's created the polls. But yeah, it would really mean the world to me, because I feel like I'm not really good at like really talking my shit most of the time, but I'm learning, and I'm trying to be. I'm trying to incorporate here and there. So yeah. Other than that, you guys know the drill. I love flowers, specifically roses, and Rose Forever have given me two of these amazing flower banquets. So if you guys love roses just as much as I do, these roses last up to a year. So if you guys feel like, you know what, I know someone who loves roses, or you yourself love roses, I would highly recommend. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely my cup of tea. If you want $20 off, use my code Gemini20, and it is free shipping all the way from New York. And if you guys are into crystals, whether it's bracelets, necklaces, earrings, and they work well for you, feel free to go to otterspirit.com. I wear the same three ones, green jade, rose quartz, and citrine. They work wonders for me. So if you guys are into that, then feel free to go over to otterspirit.com and use my code GeminiEM20 for a discount. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to put up the past selection. I've taken a video of the cards because some of you guys said that you couldn't see it, so I decided to like just film it with my phone so you guys can see it, and I'll add it to this video. So I'm going to start. All right, so pile one, you guys chose Deja Vu. We have You Were Right. We have I Want to Talk to You. And then we have from Tarot, Death Reverse, which is Scorpio energy reverse, water sign. And then we have Page of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So what is this person's karma? I'm hearing, it must have been love, but it's over now. Yeah, this person's going to actually realize that the energy you were feeding them, the love you were giving them, the care you were giving them, they would never be able to replace that. And I know that's such a cliche, but it's so true. And if you've never, I should say, been in that receiving end, you will never understand how painful it is to have a deep sense of regret and not be able to do anything about it. This is someone who you also told something to them, and you were genuinely like letting them know, whether it's a warning or whether it's like something that they should know, and they didn't take you seriously. They thought you were just yapping. They didn't even want to take it to the impact of what you're saying. So even if they know deep down you were right, they never really thought that they would feel the impact of your words and what you're saying. And it turns out you were right. So you're gonna make them realize that you were right all along about something. Maybe you warned them about something and they didn't take heed. Okay, because we have I want to talk to you. So this is someone who you're going to be putting them in a position where they have to beg to talk to you. Maybe you try to give them warning signs. Maybe you said, oh, if you keep doing this to me, then I'm going to cut you off, or whatever it may be, or I'm going to leave. Especially if it's in a relationship kind of way or a friendship kind of way, where it's like you're peeping some patterns that are not okay, and you're trying to give them sly warnings or maybe direct warnings, and they're not taking heed of it, and then one day you just up and leave, and then they lose access to the best person like they've ever known, and they would never be able to replace that, which would leave them feeling really depressed, right? They're going to have to come towards you to want to talk to you. So if you've blocked them, they're going to have to make another account. They're going to have to do everything in their power to try and get back in touch with you, because you were right about something. Maybe they chose someone else over you. Maybe they cheated. Maybe they thought they didn't need your friendship, and then they're going to realize they're going to struggle, and there's going to be situations that only you would be able to help them with, that they can't get that help anywhere else. There's just something about making sure that, you know what, like, I actually need power one, and I can't believe I slept on power one. Okay, I feel that whatever they have done to you will be done to them, because we do have deja vu. So it's kind of like I've seen this before, and it's like whatever they've put into your life is going to happen to them, but not just once. It's going to happen again and again and again and again and again, and it's going to be repeating until they're able to earn your forgiveness. It's that bad, because it's not just about like them submitting and to you and being like, I'm so sorry for everything. It's more like they need to understand the lessons behind what they're going through, because people think karma is just punishment. It's not punishment. Karma is a lesson. It's something you're meant to learn. That's why there's good karma, there's bad karma. It's just a lesson. It's just something you could learn from. So sometimes a lesson doesn't even have to always be bad. Sometimes you can learn in a good way. But the fact is, they're going to have to keep going through the same thing that they've put you through. Maybe they've put you through this and you learned and you never went through it again with anyone else. But this person's going to repeatedly do it, because this person's very arrogant. They don't want to believe that they want to believe that they're above this, you know. So they're going to keep going through the same thing until they learn that lesson and until they earn your forgiveness. Okay, because we have death. Death, when it's upright, transformation, moving forward. I've learned from my mistakes. I can transform, become a better individual. It's reversed, which means they're never going to get out of this loop. They're always going to be stuck in the same cycle until they realize you were right, and they're going to be needing your help. Their life is going to be so chaotic, so toxic, so unhappy, so miserable that they'll have no option but to beg for your contact. They're like, I really need you, I really need to talk to you. As if talking to you is going to solve anything. Don't even give this person that energy. This person needs to learn their lesson, and that's exactly why they're going through it. And it doesn't mean that only bad people are going to have bad karma. Even good people can have bad karma, because there's lessons that need to be learned the hard way sometimes, you know? We have the Page of Wands. So it's like, it almost feels like part of their karma is they will have hope. They will want something, they'll wish for something, they'll pray for something, and they feel inspired to do something or go towards someone. If it's romantic, they'll have that attraction, they'll have that vibe, they'll be so drawn to someone. And then once they get it, they'll be treated the exact same way they treated you. Or if they cheated on you, they'll be cheated on. And it will happen like constantly. It won't even be like a one-off event. Like they'll keep going through it. Or whenever they want to put their mind to a new idea, a new something, it will just always never work out. It won't provide any growth. It won't provide any advancement. They'll be stuck and stagnant in the same place, because death reversed, there's no transformation. I don't even know if this person is capable of change, but they will start to realize eventually that you are right. But whether they're whether they have humility enough to admit that and apologize and rectify the behavior is another thing. Because some people can feel guilt, but they can't feel remorse. So guilt is like, yeah, I did that thing and I feel bad, but I'm still going to keep doing it. And remorse is like, I actually understand the magnitude of what I've done. I've put myself in your shoes and I could never do that again to anyone, because that is horrible. I've learned my lesson and I want to be a better person. That is remorse. So I feel like this person is capable of feeling guilt, but maybe not remorse, okay? So they're going to have to go through this painful situations in their life again and again and again and again. And it doesn't have to happen that repeatedly. It's happening repeatedly because they refuse to learn. So especially when it comes to love, they'll be so drawn to someone, they'll feel confident enough to approach them, they feel like all the fuzzy feelings, and then they get done dirty. It will be repeated. So I'm just getting like an energy of someone be like, why me? And it's going to shape their whole reality. It's going to make them think everyone's the same. And then they get in a negative rut. And the more negative you're feeding yourself and like ongoing on a spiral, it becomes even harder to manifest what you want, because you're already in a negative state. So it's like, it's almost like a revolving circle for this person of just disappointment, sadness, depression. And it's like, I know you guys are good people, so I feel like you hearing this would be like, oh, I don't want them to suffer. But the fact is, it's their own doing. It's not, if you don't want them to suffer, then they need to wake up and realize that for themselves, you know? But yeah, they're gonna have to keep going through the same cycle, and they will always be amateur when it comes to things. There will be no progression. So even in job sense, financials, there will never be progression. It will just stay stagnant. Because with the Page of Wands, this is like the beginning, but there will always be a page. They will never mature. They will never actually grow. They will never like learn and like have what they want to achieve. Like, yeah, it may look that way on the surface, but then deep down within, it's like, it's not really aiding them in any sort of maturity or depth or growth. So it's like, say for example, this person cheated on you. You're like, oh, they look happy, they have this new partner. Their relationship will never be a long term. And then they'll move on to the next person and it'll be the same. It will never be long term. They'll just keep from hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping, or they keep getting cheated on. Even if they stay with someone for a long time, they're still being cheated on and it's miserable. If this is a man you're inquiring about, another woman could end up having a baby with someone else. So they could basically get cheated on and then they get pregnant with somebody else. If this is a woman that you're inquiring about, it's like she'll always be attracting the same type of man who basically she did to you, but then they're going to be doing it to her. So the same cheating, the same disregard for their emotions, whatever it may be. It's like, that's if it's a love sense. But if it's anything else like friendship or co-workership, it's like they'll start a new business idea, or they'll start a new job, or they'll start a new something, and they'll be treated the exact same way that they treated you, but it will happen over and over again until they learn and change. But I don't feel like this person's capable of learning and changing, which is going to make them feel depressed and insecure, and they're going to compare themselves a lot to other people. And it's not going to be a good feeling. It's going to make them feel like absolute shit, okay? So, yeah. To the point where they're going to start hiding themselves. They're not going to want to be out. They're not going to be like social with people anymore, because they feel that insecure now, okay? Yeah. I feel like they're going to have a lot of like tears, especially at night. I'm picking up like crying in their pillow and then pretending like everything's okay. But they're just very immature, okay? I feel like their heart is going to harden, and it's like their heart is blind. Their mind is blind. It's like they're beyond being helped, you know, at this point, because their arrogance is too big. Their ego is too big, you know? But they won't be happy, okay? But that's what I'm getting for pile number 1. I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. And if you want to join my membership, my starting tier is at £2.99. So, sorry guys, my hair's annoying me. Alright, so pile 2. You guys chose gratitude. We have respect. We have October. We have the High Priestess reverse, which is Pisces energy, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Did I say that? Yeah. We have the Ace of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So what is this person's karma for you guys, part 2? It doesn't really feel like that much happening to them. It's more like their realization about you. So we have the High Priestess, which is like, when it's upright, it's strong intuition, secrecy, keeping things hidden, knowledge. It's reverse. This person will have a poor judgment. They will not be able to make right decisions in life. They will not be able to trust their intuition. They may even become extremely paranoid and assume that everyone's out to get them. They won't really make good decisions because they will always ignore their intuition, because their intuition is just not going to be good for them. And that has a knock-on effect, because then they put themselves into problems because of them doubting themselves or them being very paranoid. We have the Ace of Wands. So this person could be so quick to jump into something, so very impulsive, like, I want to do this, I want to do that, let me start this, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and then they realize down the line, oh yeah, I should have followed my intuition, maybe I shouldn't have done that, maybe I shouldn't have gone here, maybe I shouldn't have done this. This person could have gaslit you. That's what I'm picking up. That could have been like part of their karma. They could have gaslighted you. So part of their karma is for them to gaslight themselves. It almost feels like a hex. It feels like a curse. I don't know if you guys hex this person, curse this person, but it's like they gaslit you. So then their karma is for them to be gaslit by themselves. So whenever there's a good decision that they have to take, they will end up taking the bad one, because their third eye is going to be blocked. And they won't be able to keep secrets. They'll be telling on themselves a lot. And they'll make very rash decisions, okay? Out of impulse or out of pleasure. They'll let their pleasure rule, but it won't even come from, like, it's not going to be in their highest favor, basically, okay? This person may also struggle in their career, their finances, but they're going to have a newfound respect for you, because you're going to thrive. You're going to be climbing the ladder of success, and it's going to be presented in front of them, even if you're not a show-off, even if you're like, oh, I want to block this person, I don't want them to have access to my life like that, I don't care about these things. But what you don't realize is they'll be watching you. They'll be watching how people like you, how people gravitate towards you, how people respect you. You guys could end up getting a high position, especially if this was like a co-worker that you're inquiring about. It's like you end up surpassing them, and they will feel like they have no choice but to respect you. You know, maybe a co-worker or even a manager made you feel like shit, and then like SHIT, I should say. And because of that, like, you end up getting a high position in somewhere else, and they end up losing that job and applying to the new place where now they're working under you, and now they're forced to respect you. That's just one example. Or this person who's done you dirty could be an ex, or could be a friend, or whatever it may be. But it's like they're going to see people respect you, look up to you, and be there for you right in front of their face, and they will have no choice but to respect you, because they can't even talk bad about you, because they will already know that so many people defend you, you know? For some of you, this is already happening, because we do have October. For some of you, this person could be a Libra, Scorpio, or something happened in October, or this is extra confirmation that, yeah, this is your pile because someone was born in October or something happened in October. It doesn't have to be this year, it could be last year or many years down the line. But for some of you, this is already taking place since last October, which was last month, right? But we have gratitude though. They'll get to see how happy you are and how much your life is thriving. Meanwhile, theirs isn't. And they'll have a newfound sense of gratitude for the things that you did for this person, but now they will no longer have the same level of access to the love and help that you've provided them with. So they'll be forced to respect you and appreciate you, because they won't have that level of access to you anymore. So unlike pile one, the person will never learn their lesson. This person will learn their lesson. Like, this person will actually go through their karma, because karma is a lesson, right? It's not a punishment. It's just something you learn from, whether it's good or bad. And it's like this person will actually learn their lesson and transform and become a better person. But they will be very cloudy in the head. Like, they won't have strong intuition, and they will feel gaslit. So if this person gaslit you, this person is just going to be too gaslit, and they will doubt themselves a lot. They will have a lot of paranoia. They won't be able to make the right decisions. And that will make them look crazy and insecure to others. So a lot of people won't really have like a gratitude or a liking towards them. They will just feel like, why are you here? Like, they'll make them feel like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know? But this person will then start to develop a sense of like, well, I did this to this person. Like, they may get premonitions, they may get dreams about you, and they start to put two and two together and be like, yeah, I wasn't really good to that person. I should have handled the situation better. now I know what I'm going through. Maybe it's this and this. So this person could be someone who, like, they were not the best. Like, they were a horrible human being at some point, but now they're forcing themselves to grow, and it's not going to be an easy journey, and it's not going to happen overnight. But this is someone who they're ready to take risks. They're ready to try new things, but yeah, they're going to be all over the place. Okay, a lot of what they did to you came from a place of just being immature and impulsive, and not really taking time to reflect. So they will be put in positions that force them to reflect. Okay, it's like even this person could end up having things or getting things that happen well for them, but then they would never be able to fully enjoy it because of the guilt that they would feel and the way things transpired. So yeah, they'll gaslight themselves. So even if they get blessings, they'll gaslight themselves into thinking, do I not deserve this? This seems too good to be true. If they want love, they'll have someone who's very loyal and sweet to them, but they will always doubt it. They'll be like, is this even real? Is this even true? And then they will push that person away in the end. They will ruin their own relationship. They'll sabotage their own relationship. So they'll never have a truly happy relationship because they'll be gaslighting themselves. Okay? Like, this person could have everything given to them, but they will be so mentally and emotionally and spiritually disempowered that they won't even recognize the good that they have. So they will sabotage it and they will ruin it, and it's like, what better person to ruin someone is themselves. It's like, you don't even have to do anything to this person. They're destroying themselves. They are their own enemy, and they'll be forced to recognize your worth and your greatness and what you brought to the table. So they will have to be under you in some sort of position, if it's work, or if it's not work related, it's romantic related. They will have no option but to watch you, want to stalk you, want to reach out to you, whatever it may be. Okay, but that's what I'm getting for pile number 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, the starting tier is at £2.99. Okay. Pile 3, you guys chose strength. We have birth. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have Cancer. There may be a trigger warning in this pile. Trigger warning, and take it with a pinch of salt. We have the 9 of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, air sign energy. And then we have the 5 and the 2 of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So what is this person's karma for pile 3? Yeah, I did say take everything with a pinch of salt because trigger warning. We have Cancer here. And though this could be the zodiac sign that did you dirty, but I'm getting it could be in the health way, like the medical condition, the medical illness, Cancer. Let's clarify though, because I'm not going to lie, this could be like, some people, like, there are stories like this where there are people who had been essayed by a family member or by someone who is meant to be in a position of trust, a trusted adult, and they got old and then they die of cancer. So certain things like that happen, but I don't want to put anything out there just like that. I need to be very cautious. Can we clarify Cancer, please? Okay. Yeah, we do have the Devil card, but we also have the 2 of Wands energy holding the world. This is giving in between worlds. Okay, maybe like a health scare. But yeah, with the Devil card, I'm not going to lie, it's not really giving like a good vibe when it comes to health. It's giving something that's taking a toll on you. So this person could develop cancer, and that's just for some of you, not all of you. And it could be very severe. Okay. I'm not saying to the point where they'll pass away from it. They could overcome it, but it will really take a toll on their health, okay? Especially if they have contributed to your health being damaged. So especially if like they've caused you unnecessary stress, they've caused you a lot of grief, a lot of strife, disharmony, ill health. Maybe some of you guys' hair has fallen out. Maybe you guys have got wrinkles. You guys have lost a lot of weight, a lot of stress. Maybe your immune system has been bad. It's like they will be forced to absorb the same energy that they gave out. It'll be given back to them. And that's now manifesting in cancer. Okay, for some of you. Okay. Their health will be compromised, especially with this 5 of Pentacles energy. This is giving lost in the cold. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, this could also be homelessness. This could be someone who you once lived with, or now like they found somewhere else, and maybe they will struggle with their finances to keep up with rent, and then they will be left homeless, okay? Or they'll get kicked out somewhere. This sounds really, really, really dark, so that's why trigger warning, you know? This is someone who will struggle to make ends meet, okay? Financially, they'll have to really, really struggle. And it will give them a lot of stress, I can't lie. It will give them so much stress. We do have birth here, and I will clarify. But yeah, regardless of the things that they go through require them to actually have the strength to get through it. I feel like they will have the strength to get through it, but it's not going to be an easy journey for them. And maybe it's because this person siphoned off of your energy intentionally or unintentionally, and they left you feeling depleted spiritually and physically and emotionally and mentally. So this person may also struggle with mental health issues and health issues because of what impact they left on you. Can we clarify birth? Ooh. Sorry, I should not laugh. But the reason why I giggled is because in my mind I'm like, wow. Because like I was thinking something, but I was like, it's probably not that. And then it ended up being exactly that. So I'm gonna just say this. If you guys are inquiring about a man, he may be so excited to start a family with someone else, but he's gonna realize that the love of this person's life cheated on them and their baby is not theirs. Can you clarify birth and 3 of Cups? Yeah. This person's going to try and really work hard to get a new job and to really provide, because they're like, oh, now I'm starting a family with the person that I love. And they're going to realize that person cheated on them and that kid is not even theirs. And then they're going to lose it. They're already struggling in other aspects of their life. Homelessness, cancer for some of them, just overall health, mental health. And something that they really need to shoulder on. And then on top of that, the one person they probably trust has betrayed them. I'm just getting like a big, like the Ace of Pentacles is something tangible, something like legacy, something valuable. And they're going to really, really be so happy and then have it stripped away from them. Okay. The 3 of Cups is telling me like the third. Sorry guys, lost a bit of a battery there, but there's always some sort of interruption when I do these readings. But you guys know I'm not really the most professional. I'm kind of just like, bro, you're just gonna see everything out as it is. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, this person's gonna experience a deep betrayal. For some of you, it's a creation of a baby. For others of you, it's actual cancer and just a plethora of so many issues, because it's not just cancer happening like, oh, you've done pile 3 wrong, so you get cancer. It's more like the stress, the trauma, the everything, the draining, the siphoning off of your energy. It may have sucked you dry. It may have made you mentally distressed, left you with irreparable just damaged wounds, you know, trauma itself. But then also for some of you, it could be physical, where like this person could have abused you. This person could have just really taken a toll on your overall health. And sometimes when we're stressed, we develop a lot of disorders and physical ailments that show up. So I'm getting it's not a light one. Like the way I'm explaining it may sound like, yeah, that's bad, but it's a lot deeper and intricate than how I can even articulate. Sometimes it feels like it's beyond articulation. That's how bad it is. And with this 10 of Wands, it's giving an energy of like the burden is too great, that they're going to be forced to be strong when, say for example, it's like not something that someone can go through and come out feeling like I conquered that. It's something so severe that they'll feel like, I don't even know if I'm going to get through this journey. It's that severe. But I'm trying to figure out whether they will actually be able to connect the dots and learn from this and become a better person. Because with pile 1, the person is like beyond redemption. I don't think they're capable of changing. But these readings are energy fluid, so things can change, you know, if they want it to change, if they decide they want to be a better person. But with pile 2, it seems more like they're able to redeem themselves. But with 3, it's kind of like neutral. It's hard to tell. But yeah, this person's going to experience the pain that they put you through, but on a deeper scale. And that could be because of your ancestors. That your ancestors could be really like angry ass people that are just like, we're not going to take this BS from this person. You know, like they could be the type to hold deep grudges against people, and they go after you whenever people do you dirty. So that's if you guys believe in that. Some people may not believe in that, and that's fine. But let's just say, you know, things have a way of working its way out. okay? But I'm going to move on to part number 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, then the starting tier is at £2.99, okay? So for pile 4, perception. You guys might not be able to see properly because of the lighting. I know some people have complained about that, but I did show it at the beginning of the thing, so it should come up, okay? We have help me. We have next year, and then we have the Chariot, which is Cancer, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then we have the 5 of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So what is part 4's, well, the person in your mind's karma? This person's gonna need your help, okay? Because we literally have help me, okay? I almost said konga, and that means help. But they may need this next year, and next year is not far, because after next month it is January 2026, so this could be sooner than you think. This person, they could be a Cancer. This is someone who is very like emotionally driven. They change with their emotions. So for some of you, this person wasn't loyal. Like they may have cheated because I felt emotionally deprived, or I felt emotionally driven. They go wherever the wind takes them. They don't think about stability. They don't think about loyalty. They don't think about integrity. They think, oh, I feel this, so let me do this, But this is someone who's going to have a lot of internal conflict. And actually this person's going to fall out with a lot of people. This gives me a vibe that this person could have done you dirty, and you tried to seek support from other people, help from other people, like telling them what happened, hoping that somebody would give you a listening ear and be there for you. And maybe they rallied other people up against you. So it made people like not really care about what you had to say or feel sorry for you. Or maybe this person spread lies about you to justify their actions. And, you kind of felt like everyone was against you. And now I'm getting that these same people that they rallied up against you are going to turn on this person instead. This person's going to show who they truly are, and it's not going to be a good look. And now the people that were supporting this person are going to abandon them, or basically going to say, oh, I can see why Power 4 was right the whole time, This person could have even abused your kindness. Maybe they needed something and you were there for them, you provided for them, and they kind of spit on your face, metaphorically, And then like they just left. And they could have made you feel like you were taken advantage of or not appreciated. And it's almost like they became so comfortable with taking from you that they became entitled to it. And they didn't really feel bad. In their mind, I'm picking up, they justify it because they're like, well, you're weak anyway. You allowed it, so that's your problem. I shouldn't feel bad for your stupidity. That's the kind of mentality they have. And it's just someone who lacks compassion for others because they lack compassion from themselves. This is the type of energy, if you give them love and empathy, they're generally confused by it. They're like, I haven't had this growing up. This is not the norm where the places I've grown up, the community I come from. So I don't want to trust it. I don't want to believe it. So even if I do this person dirty, I'm going to justify it in my mind because I don't believe they were genuine anyway, because good people like this don't even exist. They must have had a motive. It's coming like this person wants to convince themselves that they are right, But other people are going to turn on this person, and they're going to have a lot of inner conflict whereby they're going to need somebody's help, and they're going to remember you, and you're going to be like, well, I'm sorry, go to the people that were supporting you. What happened? And this is going to happen sooner than you think, because it says next year, but it's giving very soon. Maybe even spring season, between now and spring season. But we have perception. So people are going to turn on this person. They're going to see them for who they are. Maybe you try to warn people, or maybe only you know what this person's truly like, and other people didn't know what they're truly like. And you try to say, oh, so-and-so is like this, so that's why, it didn't work out. That's why I had to leave. That's why. And people just said, gaslighted you into thinking, you're the problem because this person's amazing. This person's perfect. If they've done this to you, then you probably deserve it. Like they would ride and die for this person. Maybe because this person had things to offer. Maybe because they had a certain position in life. Who knows? But everyone took their side and no one took yours. Now everyone's going to see things from your perspective, and they're going to have a fresh new perception on this person because this person's going to reveal themselves, okay? And this person's going to feel alone. They're going to be really humiliated as well, I'm picking up. Like I think a lot of people are going to see them as they are. They're going to have a meltdown. They're going to realize that, oh, now I've been exposed. This person could have been very good at playing victim, they will do something and then play victim, or they are just ungrateful and then they just find a way to victimize themselves every chance they get. So people feel sorry for them. So people say, oh, they're such a good person and I pity them because blah, blah, blah. But they know exactly what they're doing. This is like giving like a covert narcissist, or someone who has the traits. I don't want to diagnose anyone, but they have the traits of a covert narcissist. So it's not something you can spot easily. You only know you're dealing with a covert narcissist if you're literally in a very deep, committed relationship with such a person, or even a friendship. It won't be obvious to everyone because this person knows when to perform and when not to perform. But they're so good at it that people will question, be like, no, you're just talking shit. This person's amazing. This person's nice. I feel sorry for them. But that's how they get the attention, by saying, I've gone through this, I've gone through that. I once knew a person that used to weaponize having a passed away mother as like their go-to of like, oh, woe is me story. It's like they'll do lots of bad things to people and be like, but my mum passed away. It's just like, they know how to pull the heartstrings of people so people feel sorry for them. Or another person I once knew, they're like, oh, this person didn't grow up with their parents and they don't know any better. Bear in mind, they're probably old enough to be, you know, like parents themselves. So it's just like, some people like will use their sob story to justify their behavior, and it's not justification. It provides context, yes, but it's not a justification. We're all adults here. Free will is a thing, so you can choose what you want to do and how you want to conduct yourself, how you want to treat people, you know? But this is someone who a lot of people will start to see them for who they are, and they will be humiliated. Something will be exposed about this person and they won't know where to go to for help. This is the type of person that will be nice to the people that treat them like trash as well, but be horrible to the people who are there for them. These people are only nice to this person because they thought they could benefit off of them, and also because they thought that they were nice people, they're good people, and they're going to realize that they're actually not. And then they're going to owe you an apology. They're going to realize that they should have taken your side, but it'll be too late because maybe you guys are like, well, you took the person's side, so stay where you took it, you know? Yeah, but this person's going to have a lot of fights with people, and they're going to lose all their support, and no one's going to be there for them. This person could have made you feel lonely. They could have made you feel unsupported. They could have made you feel unseen. And now they're going to feel all of those emotions themselves. This person may also struggle a lot in their career. Well, yours will thrive and theirs will be a little bit stagnant. Okay, and that's probably what they will need help with: money, stability, support. And they're going to look at things a different way themselves. They're going to be like, I really shouldn't have messed with that person. That person was so good to me. But it's going to be too late. Okay? I heard prime. Like, you're going to be in your prime and they've passed their prime. So it's like, I don't think they're going to have a stage where they can get better from this. They're always going to be that stagnant. They've already passed their prime, you know? And I don't mean age-wise. I just mean prime in their life, you know? Like, it feels more like it goes downhill from here. But it's like this person's going to dream about you a lot. I'm hearing a lot of premonitions. They're going to dream a lot about you. So it's kind of like they're going to be reminded of who they should have gone to. But this person may act on their dreams. It could be a Cancer, very intuitive. They feel like if I dream about something, I have to go towards that person. So maybe they dreamt about you and that's why they wanted to be close to you, but then they did you dirty. But then now, in their absence, they're going to be dreaming about you and they're going to think, oh, maybe I need to apologize. Maybe this person can help me out. Let me go back to Power 4, you know? Power 4 is going to help me. But then they're going to be shocked to realize that Power 4's like closed the door on them, and they're going to be reminded of that. So I'm going to end that one there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join my membership, the starting tiers are £2.99. I'm going to move on to Power 5. I'm going to pause this. Sorry guys, I had to have an appointment. I was like, yeah, okay. So other than that, we're going to move on to the 5th pile. So you guys chose forgiveness. Doesn't matter if you guys can't see, I have put the pile selection up. So yeah, we have stalking you, we have almost there, and then we have the 9 of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then we have Page of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign energy. And then we have water sign energy with the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So what is this person's karma? Ooh, this feels more like an obsession. As in more like, I can't forget you. Like they're going to be forced to remember you. Because we have stalking you. which tells me that this person is not going to be able to get you out of their head. They're going to want to be scrolling, making up fake accounts to watch what you're doing, monitoring your progress, just seeing who you're with, if this was like an ex. Like, this is just someone who's going to be all up in your business. No matter how many times you block all these fake accounts, they're going to keep coming for you because they can't process the feeling of knowing that they've lost you. We do have almost there, so I will clarify what that is, because I don't know what that means in this context. So can you clarify almost there? We have Magician. This is something to do with your life. I feel like you're going to be, I heard astonishing, okay? You're going to be looking good, heard ravishing now. There's something about your glow up. There's something about you looking really good and doing really well in life. And maybe you've even replaced them if this is a love connection. And it's like all aspects of your life is thriving. And this person has no option but to sit and watch. Like against their will. But it feels like it's against their will, but it technically is their will because they're going out of their way to make fake accounts and stalk you. Or that's what they will be doing. Okay? They're going to be seeing you progress and seeing other people trying to fight to be with you. But yeah, a lot of stalking going on, trying to collect information about you. But with this 9 of Wands energy, it's giving, this is someone who won't accept the fact that they've lost you because of their own mistakes. They could be a water sign because we do have King of Cups here. But this is somebody who will develop emotions. So I'm getting something to do with the heart chakra. This is someone maybe at the time they didn't appreciate you. Maybe they thought it was easy to overlook you. They never thought they'd be this invested in your life again, or they just dismissed you. And then now they're being forced to recognize your worth and actually feel. It's weird because it's giving that this person was ice cold when they were with you, and then now that they've lost you, it's like their heart chakra has been activated, and all of a sudden now they realize, oh my God, I have emotions. I'm a human being. I can feel things. And that's something that no one has ever made them be able to do. And they're able to. It's almost like did the ice cold king or queen like develop emotions, and it's going to be like obsessive to the point where with forgiveness, this is someone who's going to want to seek your forgiveness. Again, there could be a Cancer because we have the Chariot. We also have Magician, so there could be a Gemini, Virgo. But this is someone who's like, can I have you back? Can I have you again? You know, like this time I'll do things right. And it's just like, you should have thought about that. But it's like their karma is to obsess over you. Maybe this person made you feel unseen. Maybe this person made you feel like you didn't matter. And now the karma is they're going to realize how much you really do matter. They were looking down upon you. They put you beneath them. And now they're going to look at you in a way where like, oh my God, you're everything. And the karma in that, because remember, karma is not really a punishment, it's just a lesson. The karma in that is for them to recognize people's worth and see people's potential and not be too quick to just dismiss people, or also not even just about that, but like treat people like they are valuable, like they matter. Don't treat people like they're disposable, because not everyone can actually be disposed. You know, there will be moments where you come across people that make a really big impact on your life. And you won't feel how strong their energy is and how much they radiate until that light is gone, you know? It's kind of like, this is probably not comparable, but it's like, you know when you're sick and you get a blocked nose, you start to realize how many times you took it for granted that you could actually smell. And then now that like it's blocked, now you're like, I wish I had my sense of smell back. Not realizing that it was there all along, you know, or that it was like important all this time until it was removed. Okay, this person is going to understand empathy, because maybe when they were with you, they didn't understand empathy. They didn't know what it felt like to put themselves in your shoes, to actually value other people's thoughts and feelings. Now they're going to be forced to do that. So now it's like, yeah, you can't go around acting like you could do whatever you want and be very careless with people's hearts. It doesn't work that way. And they're going to have to feel that from you not even acknowledging their existence. So they probably made you feel like you didn't matter, but then you're going to end up acting like they don't matter. Not even intentionally, you just minding your own business. But they're going to find it very hard to get in touch with you, okay? But the thing is, with karma, it's like, people say, oh, I want to know this person's karma, but like karma like this cannot take effect if you're obsessing over them. You got to move on with your life. Because the more energy you're feeding into them, the more energy you're giving, it's almost like how they're going to see you in this light if you're up their ass crack. Do you see what I'm saying? It's going to get to a point where it's just like, what lesson is there to be made? You're already making them feel extremely important when they've made you feel like you're nothing, you know? So it's like once you leave and you disconnect from this person, that's when karma like this can take an effect, okay? But this is not, the good thing is not karma is coming from someone else. It's specifically you. So it's not like they may have done this to someone else, but it's like they're not going to be searching for the other person. They're going to be searching for you, stalking you, missing you, wanting your forgiveness. Maybe their life is also terrorizing them until they get your forgiveness. So yeah, and that's going to teach them how to treat people, okay? But that's all I have. I'm going to move on to pile 6. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. So we have pile 6, Ecstasy. We have mental illness. We have I'm using you. And then we have the 8 and the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, air sign energy. So what is this person's karma, pile 6? I'm not gonna lie, this one's really tough. I can't lie. This person, similar to another pile, maybe pile 2, I can't remember, but it's like, it's giving like this person was manipulative and they may have gaslit you, made you question things, but also made you question your own worth. And now their karma is, this person could have also used you, okay? But their karma is to not experience that through someone else. So someone's going to be using them. They're always going to be paranoid. For some reason, this person could already have that guilty conscience anyway. So entering any sort of relationship or entering any sort of friendship, they may automatically assume, what am I being used? Because it's them projecting because of their own guilt. So they're just automatically going to assume the worst. But their loneliness and need for company is going to force them to interact with people. And God has done that on purpose. It's going to make these people feel lonely on purpose, so they're forced to interact with people. And when they're forced to interact with people, those people are also going to make them feel like how they made you feel. So they're going to use them, they're going to gaslight them, they're going to manipulate them, and you know. However, like the reason why I'm saying this is pretty heavy is because we have mental illness. This could actually drive them to become very depressed and very paranoid and just extremely anxious. And I don't say that as in like but I'm just saying it's very severe. Like in life, guys, in life we got to be careful about the things that we do, okay? We got to be careful how we treat people. Because even though a lot of human beings may consider this like, oh, that's so harsh, you know, when it comes to the world, when it comes to life, when it comes to God, when it comes to just the universe, whatever you believe in, they don't solicit karma or even punishments or anything lightly. So as much as like you can reap the rewards and you can have an amazing life, yes, life can also be extremely cruel. It's not going to be like, oh, that's going too far. No, this person, they're going to suffer a lot of mental health issues, paranoia, depression, anxiety, maybe even bipolar. Like it's just something that makes them feel like mentally they are not okay. That a lot of people will start to check on this person and think, maybe you need to be put in a mental institution. It's that bad. I'm not seeing anything suicidal, but it's giving like this person's going to always question everything, question their whole existence, question their whole reality. Now, I don't know if you guys believe in like, you know, your spiritual, I don't know, guides or ancestors, things like that. Because everyone here has different beliefs. Some people come from a different religion. It is what it is, right? But if you do believe in that, it's giving like someone in your lineage don't play about you. Like, you know how like you may be a very kind, caring person. You may not wish ill or evil to anyone who does you dirty. You just like to just move on with your life. and more power to you. But that does not mean everyone in your lineage is like that. Like, there are some people who are literally like, no, you mess with the wrong person, we're coming for you, and when we have no limits. It makes me think of Cardi B. I take it to hell. Like, you know how Michelle Obama's like, when they go low, we go high. And Cardi B was like, I'm sorry, Michelle. She's basically saying like, I'll take it to hell. I'll go low where the lava's at. So you could have ancestors who are just like this, where they're just like, no, you may be all love and light, but we're not love and light. This person went too far. And you know what? In their defense, sometimes people really do be doing the most evilest things to you, pile 6. I'm gonna keep it a buck. People be doing really evil things to you, and you may be so kind and empathetic that you're like, oh, no one deserves this and that. It's okay, I can overlook that, Mother Teresa and shit. However, how do people learn from their mistakes? How are people able to recognize the magnitude of their actions? You know, you may overlook it, forgive and love and light, but then they'll go ahead and do that to someone else, and it will really destroy a person. Someone could even take a life, you know, because of what this person's done to you. Like, you know, not everybody is strong. You know, you may be a very strong person and you can move forward. Not everyone's built that way. Some people don't realize the magnitude of their negativity on others, that it can really, really cause serious damage. And you may have survived it, but not everyone can. Some people will actually feel very like, I want to take my life due to what this person could put them through. So sometimes people's actions are extremely evil. So when things like this happen, you don't need to feel bad for them. You just kind of move on. I'm not saying like egg it on, like, yeah, I'm glad it's happening, but you don't always need to feel like, oh no, poor them. You know, like, where was this energy for you guys? You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody was saying, oh no, poor you. So it's kind of like, some people are just very evil, right? And sometimes God's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this being to teach that being a lesson, sort of thing. And it sucks because it's like you're not really a vengeful person, you know? And I think it takes great strength not to be. However, your ancestors are not built like that. Sometimes they're just like, sorry. And because of you being such a kind and caring and empathetic soul, it makes your ancestors even more angrier because you don't deserve it, and you're not even out here wishing them evil. You're out there wishing them peace, or just not even thinking about them. That's what makes them even angrier, because it's like, why would you target Pile 6 like that? What did Pile 6 do to deserve that? Pile 6 is unproblematic. It's giving that. So this person's not going to have a good time mentally. They're going to always question their reality, question themselves, become paranoid, become depressed. Their mood will shift. They will start accusing people of things they didn't do. They will just always, and this person could have been a liar. So people start lying to them and making them feel confused. And even if people didn't want to lie to them and make them confused, they're automatically going to assume that anyway because of their own paranoia and their own projection. With this King of Swords, I feel like these people will be met with the same coldness they showed you. Again, with the ecstasy, this person may dive into drugs. They could be a Pisces, but they don't have to be. But they may get into escapism, drinking, doing drugs. Some of them already do this, but it's going to be at a severe stage where like they are really trying to escape reality without actually having to unalive themselves. But with this King of Swords, it's giving like people are not going to be meeting them with sympathy. And I feel like, oh no, the light went out. Let me see if I can. Yeah, people are not going to meet them with the same sympathy. And I feel like the universe or God has done that purposely. So it's like they could be met with compassion if they were somebody who was able to give it, but the same coldness they showed you, people are going to show them that exact same coldness. So when they need someone, no one's going to be there. It's like all the good people they ever had in their life have been removed because they didn't know how to actually appreciate good people. They instead saw goodness as a weakness. So now it's like when they're in a position where they do need good people to depend on, that goodness is not going to be there. People are only going to shun them away. And it's going to be justice, because the King of Swords is someone who, they may come across as cold and detached, but they are fair. They're not unruly. They're not a dictator. They're just logical. They're just factual. Like if there's a law that states you can't be doing this to so-and-so, they will follow that rule. They're like, okay, these are the consequences of your actions. So Why should I give you any sympathy? It's giving like someone who's like just much like detached, like, why should we even care? You did what you did, that's your consequence. They're not going to be met with anyone empathetic because they already had someone empathetic, and that was you. And they abused it. And you're not the first, but you may as well have been the last. So now they're going to be met with that same energy they put out. And if they want to change things, oh no! If they want to change things, they need to work on their behavior. They need to apologize and really repent for what they've done. I don't know if I can continue this in the dark, but if they want to rectify their behavior, they just need to work on themselves, do a lot of shadow work, go within, apologize, seek forgiveness, and just change their ways. Because it never really is too late. Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Someone's mad? Someone's mad at me? Don't be mad at me, hon. Don't be mad at me. Okay. All right, so pile 7, okay? Awareness. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to turn the light on. I'm gonna just be real with myself. It's nice lighting, but with this one, it just feels so weird. It feels like I can't see myself. Anywho's, so we have I miss you. See, the light is not lightening. Like, it's not giving. Like, you can't, I feel like you guys can't see me. It's not clear. Anyways, we have forgiveness. In the back we have intelligence. Then we have, this is actually like making me feel really weird. Because I feel like I can't be seen. Can I be seen? Anyways, we have 7 of Wands, which is 5 sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the 5 and the Knight of Cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So, what is this person's karma, pile 7? I feel like this person, because I'm hearing, if happy ever after did exist, I will still be holding you like this. This person actually will have remorse. And you guys pick 7, which is a number of learning. This person actually will learn their lesson through this karma. Because remember, karma is not a punishment, but it's a lesson. This person will sit and they will reflect on their behavior, and they will actually become self-aware. They may even change for the better, because we do have awareness. Okay? Because we have I miss you too. So this person will actually really, really miss you, and you are this person's muse. So they will want to get back in your good graces, not with the intention to hurt you again, but just in the intention to rectify things. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. They actually really want to be in your life again and do right by you. So this person will actually have a come to Jesus moment, if you will, and reflect on their behavior and actually become a much better human being. But it comes with a lot of pain. We have forgiveness, and then we also have intelligence. This person will actually try and take the opportunity to understand what they put you through. Maybe they will also face rejection as well, because we do have the Knight of Cups. So that rejection could be from you. So that they could try and like rectify this and knock at your door, or just come to you, message you and say, hey, listen, I'm so incredibly sorry for what I did. I want your forgiveness. And you may be like, no, I gave you 1 too many chances. I don't want to be with you anymore. And that alone will make them feel pain. Like, you don't realize that your rejection alone is really painful to this person, whether you feel like it is or not. Because we have the 5 of Cups, and that's an energy of like crying over spilt milk. This person will be looking at their behavior and feeling like, I put this person through this and I can't even access them anymore properly. Like, I don't know if I will ever be forgiven. I can't even understand whether I can forgive myself. This person will be really drenched in guilt. Drenched in it. And they will feel rejected by you because you may not want to see them again. And that will do a lot to their heart. And because they are, I'm hearing baptism, I'm hearing cleanse. Like, it's almost like they have purified themselves. They've understood where they went wrong, and they just want your forgiveness. And they will be coming to you in their new form. They're not going to come to you like how they were in the past. They want to rectify things as a new changed person. So you facing your rejection, because we have the 7 of Wands, right? Facing your rejection is their way of feeling like I've lost everything. I lost the person that I loved the most. I lost someone who was really good. And that's because of my own action. Something that could have been avoidable. And this will really, really make them miss you for a long time. You're going to be the one that got away. That one person that they wish they could have done correctly. Because to them, they feel like you were the key to their happiness. And they genuinely just want to be a better person. So I feel like this, out of the bunch, like this is someone who's done a lot of reflection or will do a lot of reflection. If you guys have just had something now, yeah, no, it's not going to change anytime soon. But this is something that will happen with time. They will reflect a lot in their behavior. And they'll come to that realization that you can't just be going around doing this and expect everything to be fine. But at least they will have remorse. So they will put themselves in your shoes and realize the magnitude of their behavior and not want to